Hello, welcome back everyone to the Linguasphere Academy Podcast. I'm Alex, and I have to tell you, I almost didn't record this episode today. Not because I was tired, not because I was busy, because I was scrolling on my phone.
Ha! I'm Sam, right here with you. And Alex, that is so relatable. You were scrolling?
I was. I woke up, made my tea, sat down to prepare for this episode, and then my phone was just there. And suddenly, it's 20 minutes later, and I'm watching a video of a cat playing the piano. A cat!
A cat playing the piano? Okay, I need to see that later. But seriously, that's exactly what we're talking about today.
Exactly. Our topic is how to focus on yourself. And I don't mean in a selfish way. I mean how to pay attention to your own life, your own goals, your own growth, without constantly getting pulled into everyone else's.
Because let's be honest, it's so easy to get distracted. Social media, comparing ourselves to others, worrying about what people think. Before you know it, you've spent all your energy on everyone and everything except yourself.
And then you wonder, what did I actually do for me today? And the answer is nothing.
That hits hard. So today we're going to talk about why focusing on yourself is so hard, why it's so important, and how to actually do it.
We'll talk about comparison, about setting boundaries, about knowing what you actually want versus what everyone else wants for you. And we'll give you practical steps you can start using today.
As always, we'll keep it friendly and real. Lots of laughter, lots of honesty, because we struggle with this too.
So get comfortable. Let's start with a question. Sam, when was the last time you caught yourself focusing on someone else's life instead of your own?
Oh, yesterday. Definitely yesterday. I was on social media and I saw someone I used to work with. She just bought a house, a beautiful house. And suddenly I'm looking at my apartment thinking, maybe my kitchen is too small.
And your kitchen was perfectly fine 5 minutes before.
Exactly, it was fine, but suddenly, because of someone else's highlight reel, I'm questioning my perfectly good kitchen. It's crazy.
That's the trap. We see someone else's highlight reel, the best moments they choose to share, and we compare it to our everyday reality, and we always lose that comparison.
We do, because we're comparing their best with our average, and it's not fair to us.
So let's talk about why we do this. Why is it so hard to just focus on our own lane?
I think part of it is human nature. We're social creatures. We evolved to pay attention to what others are doing. In ancient times, knowing what the tribe was doing kept us alive.
Right. Where is everyone getting food? I should go there. That was useful. But now our tribe is thousands of people on a screen, and we're comparing things that don't even matter.
Exactly. My ancient ancestor did not need to worry about someone else's kitchen renovation.
No, he did not. He was worried about finding food and not being eaten by a lion. Different priorities.
So how do we break this habit? How do we focus on ourselves?
Step 1 is awareness, just noticing when you're doing it. Oh, there I go again, comparing my insides to someone else's outsides.
That's a great phrase. We compare our messy, complicated real lives to their polished, chosen, shared moments. It's not a fair fight.
So when you catch yourself, just say, not helpful, and gently bring your attention back to your own life.
Step 2 is limit the input. If social media makes you compare, spend less time on it. If certain people make you feel small, spend less time with them.
But that's so hard, because the apps are designed to keep us scrolling. They're literally made to be addictive.
They are. There are people with PhDs designing those apps to keep your attention. So don't feel bad if it's hard. Just try small steps. Maybe delete one app for a day. See how it feels.
I did that once, deleted an app for a weekend, and by Sunday, I felt lighter, like I had more space in my brain.
Right? It's amazing how much mental space other people's lives can take up. When you clear that space, you have room for your own thoughts, your own goals.
Step 3 is know what you want. If you don't know what you're focusing on, you'll naturally focus on everyone else.
That's so true. If your life doesn't have a direction, you'll just drift and look at what direction everyone else is going.
So ask yourself, what do I actually want? Not what my parents want, not what society says I should want. What do I want?
That's a scary question for a lot of people. What if I don't know? What if I've spent so long doing what others expect that I've lost touch with myself?
Then start small. What do you want for dinner tonight? What do you want to do this weekend? Small decisions build the muscle of knowing yourself.
What do you want for dinner is actually a really hard question for some people. My friend can never decide. She always says, I don't know, what do you want?
Right, and that's fine for dinner, but for your life, you need to have at least a general direction.
Step 4 is set boundaries. This is huge. You cannot focus on yourself if you're always available to everyone else.
Boundaries sound scary, but they're really just rules you set to protect your time and energy. I don't check email after 7 p.m. I don't scroll social media in the morning. I need Sundays for myself.
People might not like your boundaries at first, especially if they're used to you always being available. But that's okay. You're not responsible for their feelings about your boundaries.
That's a hard lesson. I remember the first time I said no to something. I felt so guilty, but the person was fine. They just found someone else.
Right. The world doesn't end because you said no. In fact, the world gets a little better because you took care of yourself.
Step 5 is celebrate your own progress. We're so good at noticing other people's wins, but we ignore our own.
We do. Someone else learns a new word and we think, wow, they're so good. We learn 10 new words and we think, well, I should have learned more.
Exactly. So start noticing. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do well today? What progress did I make? Even tiny progress.
Maybe you studied for 5 minutes. That's a win. Maybe you drank more water. That's a win. Maybe you went to bed on time. That's a win.
Celebrate it. Put a star on the calendar. Tell someone, you matter. Your progress matters.
Now, let's talk about something that makes focusing on yourself really hard. Guilt.
Oh, guilt, the gift that keeps on giving.
Right? You try to focus on yourself and suddenly you feel guilty. I should be helping my friend. I should be working. I should be doing something productive.
Here's the thing, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you don't take care of yourself, you won't have anything to give anyone else.
That's such a cliche, but it's true. On an airplane, they tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others, because if you pass out, you can't help anyone.
Focusing on yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's how you become someone who can actually show up for others.
So when the guilt comes, you can say, I'm filling my cup right now, so I have something to give later.
That's a good reframe.
Now, let's talk about another big one. Fear of missing out, FOMO.
Oh, FOMO, the reason we say yes to things we don't want to do.
Exactly. Someone invites you to something and you don't really want to go, but what if something amazing happens and you miss it?
And then you go and nothing amazing happens and you're tired and you wish you'd stayed home.
Every time. Well, not every time, but a lot of times.
The antidote to FOMO is JOMO, the joy of missing out.
I love that. The joy of missing out. Staying home, reading a book, having a quiet evening, and genuinely enjoying it.
It takes practice, but eventually you realize that most of what you're missing isn't that great anyway.
Now, let's talk about how to focus on yourself when it comes to learning English, because that's why most of you are here.
Great point. It's so easy to compare yourself to other learners. She's so fluent. He's been learning for less time and he's better than me.
I've done that. I've looked at other language learners and felt so behind. But here's the thing. You don't know their story. Maybe they studied for hours every day. Maybe they lived in an English-speaking country. Maybe they're not as good as they seem online.
Right. Social media is a highlight reel. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their greatest hits.
So, when you feel that comparison coming, bring it back to you. Where were you a month ago? A year ago? That's the only comparison that matters.
I love that. Compare yourself to yourself. That's the only fair comparison.
Now, let's talk about a practical tool for focusing on yourself, a journal.
Oh, yes. Journaling is like having a conversation with yourself. You get to hear your own thoughts.
You don't have to write a lot, just a few sentences. Today I felt, today I learned, today I'm grateful for.
Over time, you start to see patterns. You learn what you really want, what really matters to you.
And it's private. No one else sees it. It's just for you. You can be completely honest.
I wrote in a journal once and then immediately hid it because I was afraid someone would read it, even though I live alone.
That's so relatable. I must hide my deepest thoughts from myself?
Exactly. It's silly, but it's also real. We're not used to paying that much attention to ourselves.
Another tool, a not to-do list.
Oh, I love this. Everyone has a to-do list, but a not to-do list is for things you want to stop doing.
Not to do, check social media before bed. Not to do, say yes to things I don't want to do. Not to do, compare myself to others.
Put it somewhere you can see it. It's a reminder of how you want to focus on yourself.
Now, let's talk about something that might be uncomfortable. Sometimes we don't focus on ourselves because we're afraid of what we might find.
Ooh, that's deep.
What if we focus on ourselves and realize we're not happy? What if we realize we need to make big changes? That's scary.
So we stay distracted. We stay busy with other people's lives so we don't have to look at our own.
But the thing is, that unhappiness doesn't go away. It just waits, and it gets heavier.
So focusing on yourself, even when it's uncomfortable, is the only way to actually change things, to actually get happy.
You don't have to fix everything at once. Just look, just notice, just ask, am I okay? What do I need? What do I want?
That's brave. That's real focus.
Now, let's talk about how to handle people who don't like you focusing on yourself.
Oh, this is real. Some people benefit from you not having boundaries. Some people like you being available to them 24/7.
When you start focusing on yourself, those people might get upset. They might say you're being selfish. They might try to make you feel guilty.
That's when you need to remember their discomfort is not your responsibility. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just taking care of yourself.
You can be kind about it. I understand you're disappointed, but I need this time for myself. That's enough.
You don't need to explain or justify. Just state your boundary and stick to it.
It gets easier with practice. The first time is the hardest.
Now, let's bring back Maya. Remember Maya?
Of course, our favorite learner example. Let's see how Maya is doing with focusing on herself.
Maya has been learning English for a while, but lately she's been feeling discouraged. She follows a lot of English learners on social media, and they all seem so fluent, so far ahead.
She starts to feel like she's not good enough. She thinks about quitting.
But then she remembers this episode. She decides to try something different. She unfollows all those accounts, just for a week.
The first day, she feels weird, like she's missing something. She almost refollows them.
But she doesn't. She gives it time. By day 3, she notices something. She feels lighter. She's not thinking about them anymore.
She starts paying attention to her own progress. She looks back at where she was 6 months ago, and she realizes she's come so far.
She starts a journal, just a few sentences each day about her English journey, what she learned, what was hard, what felt good.
After a month, she reads through it and she sees her own growth, her own struggles, her own wins, and she feels proud.
She's not comparing herself to strangers anymore. She's comparing herself to herself, and that's a game changer.
Maya is still learning. She's not fluent, but she's okay with that. She's on her own path.
That's focusing on yourself, not ignoring the world, just putting yourself at the center of your own attention.
So, here's your challenge for this week.
First, notice when you're comparing. Just notice. Don't judge. Oh, there I go again.
Second, do one thing just for you. Something small. A walk alone, a cup of tea with no phone, 5 minutes of journaling.
Third, write down one win from today. Something you did well, something you're proud of.
Fourth, if you're on social media, unfollow one account that makes you feel small. Just one.
Fifth, share with us in the comments. How do you focus on yourself? What's hard about it? What helps?
We read every comment. We're here with you.
Remember, you are the only person you'll spend the whole life with. You deserve your own attention. You deserve your own focus.
So, this week, try to turn some of that attention inward, not in a critical way, in a curious, kind way. How am I? What do I need? What do I want?
It might feel strange at first. That's okay. It's new. Give it time.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We're here trying to focus on ourselves too. It's a journey.
We'll be back next week with another topic to help you on your journey.
Until then, be kind to yourself. You're doing better than you think.
And hey, before you go, if this episode made you think, if it made you laugh, please hit that subscribe button. It's free, and it means we can keep making these conversations.
Yes, please. And leave us a comment. Tell us what's one thing you're going to do this week to focus on yourself. We want to hear it.
We read every comment. Your ideas help other listeners too.
Subscribe, comment, share. It helps more people find the encouragement to focus on themselves.
Thanks again, everyone. Now go do something just for you.
Bye.